Hey friends, it's Lydia here with Paint Potty with Lydia, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's Paint and Create with Lydia. So I was in an event today on the Crafty Bunch, and we had to make 3 items. We had to pick 3 items. I'm forgetting the name of the event already, but look, isn't this so cute? So I did not get to finish all the details during my live, so I figured I would show you me finishing it. I made a little pocket there, and my glues weren't cooperating, so my bad. But so I was just stretching that out a little bit. I decided I wanted to add a little tag. I love the little circles, so I ended up picking a circle, cutting it out. That was part of my scrapbook set. I love when all the things coordinate. Please go watch my video and watch the replay. Hit hashtag replay. Just inking up the little edges. So the back, I thought, normally it should be like a little writing spot. And even though it was pretty paper, which I didn't realize it had two-sided, I decided to add some tissue paper, just a little bit, in case somebody wants to write a little note or something on it. So I just glued it down with a glue stick, and then I ripped some of it off. Just so that if you want to make a little note, it will stand out a little more, and you can still see the pretty paper. Now, I had made that little tag, but it was looking a little short in there. So I figured I would add to it. So I found this little gold, almost a tag, on my desk. I could have made it a little bit longer, but anyway, cutting it down. And I was going to cut it like a tag shape, the corners, and then I changed my mind. I have a punch that makes tags, but I think I might have liked the other one better. Let's see. Looks kind of short and stubby. So anyway, I glued that on, but this is a good thing to make tags ahead of time or clusters. And then, of course, I need a little eyelet. So I picked an eyelet. I went with pink, using my crocodile to secure it. Just adding some glue. I want to thank everybody that watched my video today. Being the last person in the event, I wasn't sure if how many people were still going to be watching. And now I'm just trying to decide, what little ribbons I want to use in there. I have too many options, and that can be a problem sometimes. So I went with 2. Use both. And this is something easy I normally do. And yep, oops, I had trouble with that. Try again. And my scissor is so dull. My Tim Holtz scissor is somewhere, but nowhere to be found right now. So that was a problem. So I had to use those crappy scissors that were not cutting well. Yeah, left very jagged edges. But you know what? It's a scrapbook, so it's okay. Anything goes. Made a punch in that, and I thought I will add a little brad. I thought I saw pink. Did you see that pink one? I saw a pink one. Well, I'm trying to find it. I think you saw the pink eyelet too, right? Yep, well, I couldn't find it, so I gave up. I gave up and went with the gold. Yep, gold it is. Not sure if my crocodile setting was set right. I can't read the numbers. I think it's, I don't know, I can't read the numbers, so I don't know. So I just gave it a shot, and it was a little off. Yeah, so I'm just going to bang it down and flatten it out a little bit. Hey, you do what works. And it worked, so I'm okay with it. Adding some string to it. It's a teeny tiny hole, so a little hard to get something through. And look at my hands, so dirty with glue. Yikes. But I really love how it turned out. I'm always last minute, and I decided this last minute and didn't really know where I was going with it until I sat down about a half hour before, went through my stuff, and even then, when I was live, I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to decorate it. But I'm always amazed at how it all comes out in the end. But I'm always a little bit nervous getting started. Trying to get that charm on there. It's a little rose charm. I think I'm going to be making more of these. It was fun to make, and I really liked it. Remember, I have a membership. Happy Hour Crafting with Lydia. We paint, we craft, and we make journaling stuff like this. I'd love to have you. We meet twice a month. And sometimes more. Well, little extras I throw in now and then. Trying to decide on what lace I want to use for a pocket at the bottom. But I really did not want to cover that beautiful lace, which I think I got from Heidi. I always forget her page name. She's on the Crafty Bunch. And I'm still looking at the laces. Not sure. I was going to make it like a belly band of sorts. I did not want to cover that pretty lace. So that was my dilemma. So I wanted something kind of narrow down there. Though that lace with a ribbon through it would have been so pretty. Too many options sometimes. That would have been cute too. Again, I'm a little off camera. I am sorry. I'm just trying different laces. Well, hurry up and decide, Lydia. In the end, I went with that one. After all that, I meant to move it up a little higher to make it like a little, kind of like a belly band. And then I spaced it out and I just put it at the bottom. So now I kind of had to turn it into like a little pocket. Again, I did not want to cover that pretty lace, so I think that's why I put it towards the bottom. Trying to get another little word. That was one of the things we could use. But you know, I already had that word down there, so I thought it was too much. I already had a happy. So I made it a little tuck spot. Well, it was going to be a belly band, but things would fall through. So I decided to just glue it down. I just used my glue tool, glue it down so that things couldn't fall through. And, you know, just decided to add some little tiny little things in there. Like a little mini pocket. And then I found this pretty saying, and I thought, oh, that's got to go somewhere. So I put it up at the top, but I didn't want to just put it onto the paper. So, of course, we need more lace, more decisions. Then I thought, what if I have other words? I was looking for something with gardens or butterflies, but didn't see anything right there on my desk. So I went with that one, but again, I wanted to layer it up, but I didn't want to cover the pretty paper. I hate to cover things, even though it's all about layering. So I got creative, and I figured I can still use my lace or two and not cover the pretty paper. I'll just stick it on the end, and that's what I did. And you can still see it from the other side. There we go, gluing it down. Adding a little hot glue to tuck those corners down. I love that little rose. I kind of wish I'd gone with it, but I thought it was a little bulky. So I didn't want to add more bulk because those little tags on the butterfly already had bulk. So I went with this little bow. And I kind of wish I'd put the bow up a little higher, like more on the lace, kind of on the lace and the tag. But I didn't. So now I felt like the ribbons needed something, like a button or a flower, but then I thought it was too much with that little bow. So if I had raised that bow up a little bit more, I think it would have been fine. Again, I did not want to add much bulk. I like that little blue flower, but again, I don't know, didn't seem like, but I did end up using it. Wait till you see. There we go. I'll put on that little tag. Very cute. Now you can lift it out of that little pocket. I think that's adorable. I just love how it all comes together. So I used a bunch of things. I am loving this. Somebody, I forget who, I'll have to watch my live again. Oh, I added extra bling. And gave me the idea because it wasn't staying down. My scrapbook paper was a little thick to use, the little Velcro dots. And I did, and it worked perfectly fine. And I decided to add a little more ribbon on this side. So it looks pretty from the front. I'm going to be making more of these. I think this turned out adorable. I love it. And I want to thank Pink Monarch. She did a reel, and I watched it, and here's my version. Thank you.